Alrighty, so I want to take a moment and go through a day in my life and, kind of what I experienced that made me understand myself a lot more. Now, within this particular day, it was a normal Tuesday. I thought everything looked in control. It's like my normal busy day. I had classes, I had work, I had to get my daughter from school. But in our reality, it was overwhelming. Um, so I didn't realize at that particular moment that I was kind of falling. And it was just like I stood there and I just continued to go through the emotions and things like that. Now, like I said, it was a normal Tuesday. But within this normal Tuesday, we overslept. We were rushing. I forgot stuff for class. I forgot stuff for school for my daughter. I couldn't focus in class because I'm like, oh my goodness, I forgot this. I forgot that. Oh, what are they going to do at school for her? Just little things like that. And then I started comparing myself to other moms, and it made me, get more of like in a mood. I feel like within moms in general, we tend to compare ourselves a lot, and within us comparing ourselves, we never take a step back and actually realize that we're actually doing really good. Um, I was already tired. I went to work, I was so tired. The shift was busy. The clients on the phones were very, very busy. My agents, they continued to ask me questions, ask me certain things, and me, I'm just trying to like navigate it and not be stressed out or not feel overwhelmed. But the stress was building at that point. Um, with everything piling up, I felt like crying over something really, really small. Within that day, I think it was somebody didn't show up for a shift. And I just started crying. I realized that for me, it was internal. It wasn't not just about today. It wasn't just about everything that was going on at that particular moment. So it wasn't school, it wasn't work, it wasn't my daughter. It was more so me. I tend to ignore my feelings a lot. I try to handle everything on my own. And to me, growing up, I thought that equals strength. Making sure that you're doing it alone and you're kind of just to yourself. So for me, that always equaled the strength. Um, Now, the turning point for me was I needed to step away. I told myself I had a choice at this moment. It was either keep pretending like you're okay or be honest with yourself. Be honest that everything is overwhelming you. Be honest that, things that are going on and things that are taking place, you're being very, very overwhelmed. So in that moment, I chose to pause. Um, I chose to take a step back and kind of just talk to myself and try to figure out exactly where it was rooted from. So no, it didn't really fix anything. It shifted my mindset in that particular moment to not be so hard on myself. Um, because for me, how I see it is if I'm overwhelmed, I'm weak. Because whenever you're strong, you tend to handle everything on your own and you're there, you have a straight face and you're just getting it done and you're happy, you're being yourself. But in that particular moment, I had to realize I'm human. I have feelings, I have emotions. I cannot ignore my feelings because of everything that's going on. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not saying that I have everything figured out at this moment. But within that particular time, my mindset shifted. Um, yes, I'm still working on balance. Of course, being more aware of my emotions. Now, everybody has those days, and it's okay to slow down and it's okay to take a deep breath for yourself. And what I realized is strength also means being honest with yourself in particular moments where you feel like you're down.